as I turn the video on, all the loud vehicles come my way. I'm out here enjoying this beautiful day that the Lord has made. So I'm rejoicing and being glad in it, you know? I'm out here with my grandbaby. Look at her.
Say hi, Boo.
He's like, Grandma, what are you doing? I just wanted to share a quick word with you all, a quick word of encouragement, because a lot of us are losing loved ones. A lot of families are losing multiple people lately. And I'm seeing it on Facebook, a lot of the friends that I have on there. Every time I go on, somebody's saying, rest in peace, auntie, rest in peace, brother, sister, grandma, sons and daughters. Just in case you all haven't noticed, people have been leaving this earth in high numbers. None of us has promised the next minute. We used to say the next day, but none of us has promised the next minute. And so while we're here, let's love one another more. Let's do better, because it really is not worth it. A lot of the petty things that we get into spats about, it's not worth it. Life is so unexpected. Death is so unexpected. And so I just want us to understand that little squabbles that we're having with somebody, that stuff is so, it's really, really ridiculous. You know, we have to let these things go and forgive. And for those of us who know people who lost loved ones recently, I heard this once at a funeral. The pastor was saying that a lot of times we'll rally around someone who lost a loved one during the sickness of the person and after the death. But during the death, before the funeral, I'm sorry. But then afterward, we tend to lay back. But that's the hardest part for a griever, you know. People grieve even more once the funeral is over. And some people carry guilt. And it's really does a lot to them mentally. And some people go into a depression, feel lonely, especially if it's a spouse, you know. Or if it was somebody you was actually giving care to. So let's remember to reach out to them after the funeral services, because they're going to need you more. Sometimes we don't know what to say. Sometimes we don't have to say anything. Just be there. Come over with some flowers. Come over. Just bring yourself there to them, you know. Spend time with them so they can have somebody to talk to. Plan a date out with them to do something, you know, and just keep in contact. You know, some of us like to be to ourselves when we're hurting, but it's not healthy, because I think sometimes we can really get caught up in being down in the dumps. So when you know somebody lost someone, reach out to them more. Try to hang out with them, keep in contact, do some of the things that they like, ask them how they are mentally, and really be a good listener, because sometimes people ask just for being polite, but it's necessary for you to really care about people, to really show concern. Every time I get on, there's a death. I just saw 2 more yesterday. So we're not promised a long life. And I'm counting my blessings. I'm walking with my grandson, and I'm like, I'm somebody's grandmother. I have 3 grandchildren. I call them my grand candies because they're so sweet. And I am in awe of the Most High God, because I didn't have no idea that I would make it to see 53. You know, life is a joy when you know how to appreciate it, when you're living it to the fullest, and you're giving love and experiencing love. It's beautiful when you're walking in the Lord's way and doing His will and watch Him pour blessings out. It's beautiful. So family, see the beauty in life and be good to one another, because we are not promised the next second. We're actually not promised the next second. So I'm walking with this little boy and I think I'm still young in my crazy mind, right? Only thing that makes me know that I'm older is the aches and pains that I experience in my body. And I'm not saying getting older means you have to feel pain, but we damage ourselves, the things we do, the things that we eat, I used to wear these high heel pumps all the time, walking all over the place in them and everything, which caused damage to my Achilles. So I'm walking now, get my little exercise on with baby boy, but I'm gonna feel the pain of that later because my Achilles get stretched out as I'm walking. So I'm gonna have to go home and do a foot soak and all that good stuff. So if not for the pain, honey, I would still think I'm 23. Can't tell me nothing. So I give God glory. I give him praise for everything he's done in my life, you know? And that I'm still here to be some sort of encouragement to somebody else. All right, fam. I'm out of breath because I'm pushing this little fat boy in his stroller and I'm walking and talking. I gotta concentrate, get my vitamin D. And yes, go for a walk. A lot of us don't like strenuous exercise, but it's okay to walk. Walk. Talk to the Lord and enjoy the beauty of creation. Peace, love, and blessings, family.